Hey, church, I just want to give you a real quick update from my trip to Kenya the last few weeks. Just returned last week, and I went with 3 friends, George, Kate, and Dana. And we started rolling the minute we landed in Kenya. Our first full day, we spent driving all through Nairobi, shopping and picking up supplies for the school. And we loaded and packed the van up to the brim. And after traveling 7 hours to the village on Thursday, we anxiously headed up to the school and church compound. I could hardly wait to see things. Now remember, this is what it looked like 5.5 months ago in October. Amazing. And we got to meet the children and interact a bit with these precious babies. Students were on break Monday and Tuesday, and we had planned to spend those days in staff development. Now, as none of us as educators, I wasn't exactly sure how this was going to look. I got a text from a good friend telling me that her niece specializes in professional development in education with teachers in India and the DR. Then I recalled my daughter-in-law as well had trained teachers. So on Sunday morning, we FaceTimed with these ladies and gathered a wealth of information, encouragement, and a great deal of direction. Later that evening, as we went up for dinner at the Shepherd School, where they were kicking off their week of classes, George was sitting with a man having dinner, and he asks, "Do you know this man?" I said, "Yeah, I just met him." "Do you know who his wife is?" I just looked at him, and he says, "Well, she is the director of Curriculum Development Institute with the Ministry of Education in Nairobi." Of course she is. Why wouldn't God connect us directly with the person we needed? These connections eliminated my feeling of needing to train these teachers, and rather to spend our time getting to know each other, encouraging them, listening to them, and praying with them together for the purpose that God had before us, these kids. So Monday and Tuesday, we did just that. We did an icebreaker with pairing off and interviewing one another in order to introduce our partner to the group. We shared with each other why we were there. We shared obstacles we've overcome that we felt shaped our lives. And we shared about primary teachers that had had the most lasting impact in our lives. These were powerful insights and certainly made us all aware of this opportunity that's before us to be an impression in the lives of these kids. Wednesday and through Friday, the kids were back, and we concentrated on organizing the supplies and setting up procedures and helping prepare materials for the teachers' new bulletin boards. We made suggestions about stations or centers, and then we helped them set up corners of their classrooms for different focuses. We played rock, paper, scissors, we read books, and we sang songs with the kids, and we shared lots and lots of smiles and hugs. As we returned to Nairobi to fly back to the States, Grace, our new friend, the Director of Curriculum Design for the Ministry of Education, met us for lunch, and she just poured out on us. She'll be spending a week in the village during the April holiday, assessing and working with and training our teachers in this new curriculum that she developed. Now, just before we had arrived to the village, Randy had taken down the old warehouse and prepared the site for phase 2. Actually watched the walls go up. And now we're waiting on the iron sheets for the roof. And we're also praying for provision to finish the building with the windows and electric, ceiling boards, plaster, and painting. Then we will finish off the kitchen and the lunch pavilion before going on to phase 3. As near as we can estimate, we need to raise $12,000 pretty quickly to complete phase 2. The offices, the library, the resource room, the outdoor kitchen, and the lunch pavilion. This will complete the building as well as furnish the inside. We hope to have this completed and ready to open when I return to Kenya in 2 months at the end of May. I know it's ambitious, but have you seen and heard what God has already done? So I invite you to help now and to be praying And if you are in education and want to help, I'm forming a team, some who will help from here and some to travel for 2 to 6 weeks this summer and help with our teachers. So for now, be praying, and won't you please give praise and honor to the one who is able.